Proud of our guys, loved our defensive effort tonight. The first half, we had the great start, the first 7 minutes, and then the great finish to the first half there to build the lead to 20. I thought we got great contributions. Juice Hill, 18 points, 7 assists, only 1 turnover. Just continues to play the point guard position at a high level. Tevin Brown, 18 points. He's doing a great job on the glass for us. 7 rebounds. KJ, another double-double. DJ's energy. And then I thought off the bench, the first time we subbed, didn't have much pop. Then as we went back to the bench later in the half and on into the second half, I thought DeQuan Smith and Nick McMahon really gave us big lifts tonight.
Coach, you talk about balance from the word go. It's exhibited again tonight.
I guess it was 4 guys in double figures. I thought the ball was shared well. There in the second half, we didn't move the ball as well as we have throughout the season. I think that's why we ended up taking some more difficult shots. Weren't as efficient offensively. But when we get that ball moving and we screen, we can usually put up a lot of points. And so I thought KJ was terrific to start the game, really got us off to a good start. Carter hit a big 3 in that run. Really was a lot of fun to watch there in the first half.
Coach, when you go through what I consider just a scoring drought, a lull, what are you telling the team, just you and your staff at that point? It was 21-9 for a hot minute. SIU kind of crawls back into it, and then just as you say, that second unit that you put back in got things really going for you guys again.
I think sometimes you have to make sure, and it's not to overcomplicate, but good defense leads to good offense. And we were able to get some stops there when we were in that lull and got back into our transition game. Really, when they went on the 8-0 run to make it 21-17, and I'll have to go back and look at the film, but I feel like we got some good looks. KJ had a jump hook there in the lane. We got a couple of drives at the basket. We just didn't finish. I thought our defense was able to create some open court situations and got going on another run. And that's been one of the things we've been pretty good at this season, just that ability to go on a quick 10-0 run here and there and stretch out a lead. And I think it went to maybe 33-18 from that point, went on a 12-1 run after they cut it back to 4, and then built it up to 20 going into the break.
Matt, similar to the other day, y'all took advantage of their turnovers in a big way. It looked like.
But they all came from great effort. The turnover battle, it's football. I'm sure any sport you go through, the turnover battle is always critical to who's going to win the game. We only had 6 tonight, and then we were able to force 13. And kind of to Ed's question, we turned those 13 turnovers into 20 points. So we were able to get on the break, get some layups and dunks in transition. I was really proud of our team defense. I thought the individual efforts were great, but they really worked well together.
Coach, it's obviously as deep as you guys have been running over the last X games. A guy like DeQuan Smith, it's hard to get on the floor, and yet he's part of the rotation. And in OVC play, he's shooting 40% from the field. You've talked about how he's a winner, but when you see him put together that's about a 4.5-minute stretch there of not just winning basketball, but he was the top scorer during that time. What's it like to see him just continue to thrive in this role, especially in OVC play?
Well, I think it's important. It's why Trey's been so key to our team. When you sub into the game, you got to bring in some firepower and some guys who can make an impact. And for DeQuan, it starts on the defensive end. He's a guy we've been putting on the other team's point guard, and he's been really aggressive with his ball pressure at the front of our defense. Then offensively, I'd have to look at the numbers, but he's right up near the top in three-point percentage in league play on our team. And so I believe in his ability to shoot the ball and score it. And he got a quick seven-point spurt there today, a great drive there in transition. And, I think that's important, that when you sub into the game, we can't have that lull that we had there the first time.
When Justice came down hard there, I imagine your heart went in your throat.
Yeah, he was terrific tonight. He just knocked the wind out of him. But, his point guard play, he gets better every time out. Again, I know I mentioned it, but 7 assists, only 1 turnover. I thought he was, really good and creative in the ball screen offense tonight, made the right reads. He's got great change of speed, change of direction, and then he shoots the ball at a high clip. So I think he's doing a terrific job of running the team.
He seems to be one of your big Energizer bunnies out of the second half starting gate.
He was awesome to start the second half, really got us going there. He's a very good player. He's a good player. And so I got a lot of trust in him. And, you look at the number. When he was on the floor tonight, we outscored them by 31 points. And that's a credit to elite point guard play.
Coach, speaking of health, we noticed on Thursday Jordan Skipper Brown take a tough fall, didn't come back into the game. Any update on where he stands?
Yeah, was definitely not going to be able to go tonight. Day to day, hopeful he'll be in practice on Monday, so doing his rehab around the clock. But I would just say day to day and expect him ready to go on Thursday.
300 wins in this place. That's a big night for this program.
Well, it's a great credit to all the players who have come through here, especially over these 24 years playing in this building. 300 wins, I don't think they mentioned, but only 49 losses in 24 plus years now. So that's really amazing. The great coaches who have come before us here, and then the mainstay or the loyal fans, the ones that you see in that lower bowl, who've been coming to the game since they were kids, and then they bring their kids. Now they're bringing their grandkids. It just shows you why this is such a special and unique place.
Coach, there's this feeling, at least to me, that this team just keeps getting better. Every game, you guys it's clicking. Nothing seems to slow you guys down all that much. With just under a month left in the season, what's kind of your thought process right now? And do you get kind of a similar feeling?
Well, that's the goal. I think it starts like the foundation of your team. If you have guys who are committed to the culture of your program and they work extremely hard, they're unselfish, they have some toughness to them, that allows you to get better as the season goes along. If you don't have those things, you have no chance. So credit to our players. They've created a great culture in our locker room. You know what you're going to get from an effort and an energy standpoint every night from our guys. Now, there's some areas we got a lot of getting better to do. I'd like to see us get back to shooting around 40% from three, where we were earlier in the year. But the improvement continues to be made at the free throw line. Another good night there for us. The improvement of taking care of the basketball, trying to be a single-digit turnover team, has been good. But there's still plenty of work to do. And for us, the only focus needs to be, from a basketball standpoint, on getting better these next 4 days and preparing to try to win this game at Tennessee State on Thursday. And that's all the focus needs to be from a basketball standpoint.
Coach, the other two players were asked about this, and I know this is a one-game approach. Are the Murray State Racers a top 25 team, and is that something you guys even remotely discuss at this point?
Yeah, I mean, that's not for me to decide. I have no control over it.
Sure.
So, it's nothing I won't be up late tonight worrying about if we're going to be ranked or not.
Right.
I think our focus needs to be, and I think you can have this balance, Ed, not trying to give you the coach speak. I think you can have the balance of enjoying this journey we're on. We have a special team. Now, we got to keep getting better. We got a lot of tough games left to go. But I think you can enjoy the journey, have fun, all right, but then also balance that with the discipline, the hard work, the toughness, the unselfishness, the time investment it takes to be a really good basketball team. And so, I think the rankings, it's great. If it happens, I think it's great for Murray State University. I think it's great for our program. But again, it's not something I sit around worrying about. Our goal is to keep getting better as a team and to win the next game, period.
Coach, I know I kind of touched on it last week a little bit. You guys do a pretty good job of kind of blocking out that noise of the top 25 speak and everything. Is that something you guys kind of talk about in the locker room, or is that just kind of a known thing, an unspoken rule?
Yeah. It's like I said, I just think there's the balance there. I think you can enjoy all the great fan support that we get. I think you can enjoy the process. I don't ever want our guys to get to where it's a burden. The day it becomes I hear these coaches talk about, they hated losing more than they enjoyed winning. I think that's nuts. I think the day it becomes a relief when you win a game, you need to find something else to do. You got to celebrate winning. You got to enjoy it, have fun with it. And I think our guys, to their credit, we have some older guys, mature players. I think they can do that. I think they can enjoy what we're doing, but also keep working hard to get better. We all know this is a sport where you need to be playing your best basketball in March. So long way to go. But I have been very proud of our players and their level of focus, their commitment and practice, not just physically, but the laser focus they have on the mental side. And we're blessed to have an unselfish team, very smart players who do a good job focusing on what matters most.
Any more questions for Coach?
And I would lastly say thank you to our fans and our students. Great atmosphere in there tonight. Hard to believe we only have 2 more opportunities to play in the CFSB Center this season. Both of them are nationally televised games, so we'll look forward to seeing our fans back here in a couple weeks.